Hello everyone, I am currently in Thomasville, Georgia. I drove down here to pick up the signs that I'm supposed to paint. It's about a 4.5 hour drive. They were supposed to mail them to me because I told them I was like far away, but they had issues with being able to package the signs, I guess, and ship them to me. So me and my husband drove down here last night to pick them up, and we just got a hotel room for the night, and we had breakfast this morning.
Matt? Patty sandwich.
Hello. We picked up the signs from the visitor center. I meant to record and I completely forgot. So currently at the gas station. I don't know if you guys can see because the sun is very bright. We're currently at the gas station just refueling before we hit the road and go back to Atlanta. I'll show you guys the signs once I get back to the house, but I'm kind of nervous about this project. 5 signs that I have to paint, and I have to have them done. Well, they want them back to Thomasville. The city of Thomasville wants them back by January 24th. So yeah, I'm giving myself like to the 17th, the week before, to finish them, so that way I have plenty of time to ship them off in hopes that they get to Thomasville back in time. Hello, hi. It is Wednesday, January 3rd, I think. I feel like I haven't given you guys a proper explanation as to what is going on. So, a few months back, I saw a post or basically a call for artists from the city of Thomasville in South Georgia. It's like pretty much on the Florida-Georgia line. And they were looking for artists to paint signs for their Black History Month celebration. Apparently it's an annual thing from the research that I did. Seems like they've done it for a few years now. So I applied, and to be honest with you, I kind of forgot all about it until they contacted me back in, it was like the end of November, beginning of December, saying that they have chosen me to be one of the 6 artists to paint these signs to put up in their downtown area during the month of February to celebrate Black History Month. So they were supposed to mail me the signs. They're 32-inch diameter signs, but they were having trouble getting them shipped up to me. I live like 4.5 hours away in the Atlanta area. So me and my husband wind up driving down there this past Friday evening. And so I've started working on the first one. I have to do 5, and they need them back by January 24th. So a very small window. I have a very strict schedule that I have to stick to. This is probably like the fastest turnaround I would have ever done in my entire life. But I'm pretty, for the most part, confident that I can do it. I normally work in oils, but in order to stick with this timeline, I've decided to do the paintings all in acrylic so that way they dry faster. I'm almost done with the first one. I started it Sunday, and then hopefully once I want to be done with this one by sometime this afternoon, and then move on to the second one. I've given myself until Saturday to finish the second one. Like, I'm trying to give myself like 2 to 3 days for each. This one, technically, since I wasn't supposed to start it until Monday, but I wind up starting it on Sunday. And then yesterday morning, I was supposed to work on it before I went to work, but I decided, just because I was already ahead of schedule with this one, I decided to just take the morning and kind of like rest and sleep in, because I worked the night before and I had to work last night too. So speaking of, I need to edit my I'm going back to work at 911 video. So hopefully you would have already seen that video. But anyway, let me give you guys a little look at what I have so far. So this is what I have so far. Basically what I'm going for, this is supposed to represent a woman from Thomasville that's pretty well known there. She was the first African-American woman to open up a beauty school in the city. She did great things for the city of Thomasville as far as like open up the beauty school. She was very active in the NAACP branch down there, things of that nature. So I'm kind of doing all the painting, or all the signs are kind of going to be based off of her and her story. So this first one is going to be her. And then the next sign, with all the other signs, will just be like women with kind of with different types of like African-American hairstyles. And the signs are going to all have some sort of like positive quote on it, basically. And they're all supposed to be like a nudge to Dr. Gertrude Horne, who is the woman that I'm painting right now, and her impact on the beauty industry and the lives of women in the city of Thomasville. So I feel like it's like right up my alley. I love painting portraits. I love painting women. I love like positive quotes. So I'm just, everything that I enjoy about art, I'm putting into this project. So I just want to come on and kind of give you guys a brief update of what's happening. Keep you guys posted in this vlog. So that's what's going on. I have the rest of the signs I have in my car because I didn't feel like taking them out the trunk, because as you can see, they're kind of big and they're not heavy. They're just bulky. They have like some other pieces attached to the back. So behind the sign, they have like these pieces attached to the back, and I guess they use them. They're going to use them when they hang them. And so because of that, I also have these screws on the front here, which I was kind of concerned about initially, but as I'm painting and covering the screws with the color, you can't even really see them. So I'm not really concerned about it. Spots right here that are blank, those are going to be roses in her hair. Thomasville has a very well-known like rose garden. So I was going to do roses in her hair. And then like roses also represent like beauty and all that stuff. So I felt like that was a good symbolism to add into there. But the thing is, I kind of suck at painting flowers of any sort. So I have a simplified way. I found a simplified way of painting them, because this is not supposed to be like a super ultra detailed painting. I don't have time for all that. So I found a simplified way of painting them, but I just want to practice on some paper first before I take it to the sign. So I have like a little pad of oil paint paper that I think I got this from the dollar store like 1100 years ago. So I think I'm just going to take a little piece of this oil painting paper and then just practice the technique a couple times just to get comfortable with it before I hit the actual sign. Because I'm doing roses on this sign, and then the next one I think I'm supposed to be doing, the next one, it has roses in it too. So I need to like semi-master these roses, just at least make them look like roses. They ain't got to be like super special, and but yeah, just to make them look like roses so it actually doesn't bring down the whole painting. So I think the painting itself is looking good so far. So yeah, let's do that. So I feel like this one came out okay. Maybe a little bit too much black, but I mean, there's a lot of shadow in roses. This one's definitely too much black. I didn't want to use white because I wanted the roses to be very red. Their high school basketball team, their colors are red and white, so I guess I could use a little bit of white, but it actually doesn't look horrible. I don't know. It looks bad on camera. I changed my brush, and I'm going to try a different brush shape and see if that works better for me. I think this is the best looking one, and it's still not all that great. I think I'm gonna just go for it and hope for the best. Okay, it is now like 5 o'clock in the evening. I took a little break after I was done painting to run to the store, and then my husband came home from work and I've been hanging out with him. But I wanted to come back on and show you guys what I think is going to be the finished product. I feel like the more I mess with it, it makes it look worse. So painting teacher always told me, like, if whatever you're adding to it is not making it look better, then just stop. So that's where I'm at. Here is the finished piece. I think I'm just go with that. I feel like it's good enough. I don't know what else to do with it to make it any better. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it at for now. Of course, we need to varnish it because it's going to be outside. So they want to make sure that we protect it from the elements. So we have to make sure we varnish it with something that's going to, you know, protect it from the elements for a whole month, because it's going to be hanging outside for the whole month of February. So I went to my car and I grabbed another sign. So this is what it looks like when it's like just blank. I don't know what this is made out of. I don't know. It's like aluminum or something. I have no idea. It looks like they've cut it out of like a larger piece. And then attached like the hanging brackets and everything to it. I wasn't quite sure when I first got them, when I first picked them up, like if I was going to be able to paint directly on it, because I wasn't sure what this material was. I'm still not 100% sure. I think it's some sort of soft metal or something. I don't know. So what I do is I take a sanding block. This is a little cheap sanding block that I always have in my art studio. I think I got it from the Dollar Tree, in their little like automotive section or whatever. I just take a sanding block and kind of go over the whole surface of the sign with this. When I first put the acrylic paint on it, it seemed like it wasn't sticking very well. So I grabbed the sanding block and sand down the whole surface, and then it started to stick. So that's what I did with the first one. That's what I did with this one. I've already sanded. So I'm about to measure it out. They want all of the signs to have like the 1/2 inch or 1.5 inch black border on the outside, as you can see in this one, the 1.5 inch black border. So on this one, I'm gonna measure it out, center it, and get my black border on there. I'll draw it out. Like I literally went to, not Tractor Supply, Harbor Freight. Yeah, I think it was called. I went to Harbor Freight over the weekend and got me like a giant size compass. It's like an industrial compass. Like, look at this thing. It's huge. So that way I could draw as perfect a circle as possible to paint in the black border. So that's what I'll do. I use like some measuring tape, which I have here. I need to find the center of the circle of the sign. That way I know how far to measure in, and then it helps me to know where the center of the sign is for the compass. Yeah, it just keeps everything like neat and tidy. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I'll check back in with you guys at a later date.